Hi, I'm RJ Lewis, and I live in Newtown, Pennsylvania. I've been involved with the Boys and Girls Club thanks to Bill Sheehy getting me involved for 6 years now. I'm a co-chair of the Run for Club Kids event, and we're excited to have your participation this year. You can participate either through running yourself and helping to fundraise, being a team captain and getting others in your community, in your family, or in your company involved, and or through donating. We greatly appreciate the support in every method that you can provide. Thank you so much. At a Rotary Club meeting 7 years ago, Bill Sheehy sat me down and said, "Hey, I want to pitch you on an idea. I'm thinking about running for the Boys and Girls Club as a charitable fundraiser." He had recently completed a couple of half marathons running for other organizations, and he said, "But I want to make this something that has staying power, something that lasts, something that gives back to the club for a very long time." We had had many conversations over the years about how the path out of poverty so much was dependent on financial literacy, teaching entrepreneurialism and self-sustaining techniques for young people. And the Boys and Girls Club does a lot of that already, but we saw an opportunity to actually create a much more in-depth program around financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and really giving people an advantage that they don't have today to be able to climb out of poverty and be much more successful in life. And so I agreed on the spot to do this, to be a co-chair with him for this run, and we're now entering year 6, and I couldn't be more proud of what we've accomplished with all of your help. It's been a tremendous ride, and at that meeting we said, wouldn't it be great if we could raise $1 million? Not knowing if that was even possible or how long it might take. But that big, hairy, audacious goal became kind of our striving point, and this year we're in striking distance in aggregate to raise over $1 million. So I couldn't be more proud, I couldn't be more pleased. We're excited to have you participate in any way you can. Team captain, runner, fundraiser, donor, even a volunteer. All help is welcome. There are so many impactful moments I've had through this experience. I can recall when we videotaped some of the kids and at the Boys and Girls Club, and they talked about kind of their fears and what they were scared of, and they were so different from the fears I had as a kid growing up in a rather sheltered and protected life. Fears like getting shot was one of the kids' biggest worries. Getting pulled into a gang, a drug dealing gang, was one of their worries. Getting pregnant, and this came from a fairly young girl. So the fears that they have and the things that they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis are so different from the things I had to deal with, and my heart goes out to them, and I want to do what I can to help. Another really impactful moment I had is I was taking a client back from a lunch, and I was explaining to her the role of the Boys and Girls Club and asking for her help in fundraising, forming a team, etc. And I was very surprised to hear from her that she had her own personal experience, and she said, "I don't know if I could have survived as a single mom without the Boys and Girls Club. They were so helpful for me to so many years to take care of my child when I needed it after school and whatnot, when I was trying to get my career off the ground." Very, very successful advertising executive, and you never really know who's being touched and how they're being touched by the Boys and Girls Club. It's a remarkable organization. I hope you will join in supporting us this year. You know, no organization can replace parents, but an organization like the Boys and Girls Club that comes from a place of love, nurturing, protecting, creating a safe environment, they can certainly be supplemental to the parenting process and be of great assistance in building character, building integrity in young men and women. My dad has a great quote. He ran a special ed school for years, and right on his wall he had a poster that said, "It's better to build children than to repair men." And I think that slogan fits very well with the Boys and Girls Club as well. You can have such an impact on a life early on, and the effort it takes is, don't get me wrong, it's monumental, but it's so much less than trying to actually change people after the fact when they're much older and they've developed habits. So the Boys and Girls Club creates a really safe environment that gives kids hope and gives them the foundational success and the foundational elements of humanity that they need to be successful and have a bright future ahead of them. The work that we're doing is very impactful because it's also very focused on education. So things like college scholarships for kids that otherwise wouldn't have been able to afford to go to college. Those types of things are incredibly impactful as well for the older kids. And we're trying to start with them young and bring them right through that process to give them a better chance and a brighter future. My name is RJ, and I'm asking you to make a difference in the lives of club kids because I know you can, and because it's better to build children than to repair men. And that's exactly what the Boys and Girls Club does. We appreciate your support. I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you.